Welcome to Reformer Pilates. I'm your instructor, Jasmine. Today we're going to be doing open Pilates. Does anyone have any injuries that I should know about? Beautiful. Okay, a quick tour on how to use the Reformer. We want to have all of our springs on to start with. So at the moment, these are unhooked on yours. So just check that all of your springs are hooked on. Beautiful. And then this is the foot bar. If I say under the foot bar, it's just here. This is the carriage, the moving piece of the Reformer. And then this is your long box when it's up this way. And this is your circle. Cool. And then these are your shoulder blocks. And these are your short and long straps. Awesome. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I'm going to get you with your hands underneath the foot bar. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So you're going to be on all fours. Once you're on all fours with your hands under the foot bar, feet on the shoulder blocks, we're going to start with our cat-cows. So we're going to start with cat, arching our upper back all the way to the ceiling. Yep, dropping the chin, tucking the glutes under, breathing in. Then we're going to drop into cow, where our chest comes forward towards the springs. We look up and we extend our glutes to the back wall. We're going to breathe out. Alternating, let's go back into cat, breathing in, getting as high as you can through that arch. And then cow, getting as low as you can through the chest. Big breath out. Let's do a few more here. Big breath in, lifting the belly. Getting as much arch through that C shape of the spine, and then breathing out, dropping the chest, extending through the glutes, lifting the chest, and neck and head, breathing out. Beautiful. One more in either direction. Reaching up to the ceiling, and then reaching down to the spring rails. Once we've landed there, we're going to take our right hand, and we're going to thread the needle under our left arm, rotating towards the right, reaching our fingertips up to the ceiling. We're going to breathe in when we go back through under the arm, and then breathe out as we rotate and reach for the ceiling. Beautiful. Try to reach as far in either direction as you can, so that when you're going through the arm, you feel that stretch across the mid back, and then when you reach up to the ceiling, you feel that stretch across the chest and shoulders. See how much mobility you can get out of that twist. Rotating through that spine, lengthening through those mid-back muscles, chest, shoulders, and neck. We'll finish with this last one here, placing our hands back down into neutral position and swapping over to the other side. So taking the left hand, going underneath the right arm, breathing in, breathing out, twisting across, fingertips up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Checking in with our bodies to feel if this is maybe tighter than the other side. Maybe it's not. But we want to try and reach up as high as we were for that first side. If you need to, you can spend a little bit longer when your fingertips are reaching that ceiling, just to allow that chest to fully open. We'll do one more here, reaching up nice and high, and then placing our hands back down in neutral position, getting ready to lay on our back, shoulders on the shoulder blocks, feet are on the foot bar, shoulder width apart with the feet. This feels a bit squishy there. So I'm going to bring you back one notch. Okay. As long as you feel okay. Alright, beautiful. So shoulders should be pressed up against those shoulder blocks. Checking in with our lower back, making sure that there's no space underneath our back and the carriage. They should be touching. Feet are shoulder width apart. And then we're going to press away. So press away, breathing out. Beautiful. Breathing in as you close that courage. Checking with the core as you breathe out. So as you breathe out, pushing away, you should feel that the core comes in towards your back. Engaging through our abdominals to keep that on our legs and not moving up into our spine. Beautiful. If this is feeling good, try to not spend as long at the top. Go straight back down, bending the knees to keep that tension on the legs. Checking with our knees, we want them slightly wider than our big toe. Stay in that alignment to utilize our glutes. Good, we'll do a few more here. 3 more reps. Last rep, you're going to close the carriage and you're going to imagine that you have high heels on now. So carriage is closed. We're going to come onto the tippy toes of our feet, lifting our heels really high and creating really strong arches underneath our feet. Then we're going to press, press like that, driving to the front of the quads, bring the knees over the toes as we close that carriage. So similar movement, we're just keeping the heels of the feet really high, strong arches of the feet, and moving that load a little further onto our quads. How's that feeling over there? It's really good? Amazing. It's working. Wow, very nice. Okay, staying with that, making sure that the heels don't drop. We want to keep them the same height at the top of the movement as at the bottom of the movement. Beautiful. Reducing the amount of time you spend when the legs are straight. So straight back down, closing that carriage. Beautiful. Keeping the heels nice and high. Trying to get close to a full extension of the knee and then closing that carriage straight away. We're going to stay here for another 5, 4, remembering to breathe, out as you push, in as you lower, out as you push, and 1 more. Excellent. When you close that carriage, you're going to come up and swap your spring over to just 1 blue spring. So all the springs come off, except the blue spring. Excellent. And then you're going to lay back down. Same position. This time you're going to reach for those short straps behind you. So there's 2 loops that are just behind your shoulder blocks. One's going to be shorter and one's going to be longer. We want both hands in the short straps. Yep, once we've got those short straps, we're going to extend our elbows fully straight so that our hands are above our shoulders. Yeah, fully straight. Nice. So just staying where you are, straightening these elbows. Yeah, and bringing your hands just stacked over shoulders. Very nice. Okay, staying with your hands just above your shoulders for now. We're going to set up our positions just here with our knees up at the tabletop, feet are off the foot bar. So once we've got our hands fully straight, yep, that's the position. And now we want to check in with our lower back. So have we got our lower back pressed against that carriage? Okay, excellent. Then we are just going to start extending through our shoulders. So we're going to press our hands down towards our hips with straight arms. Beautiful. Breathing in as we come back. Breathing out as we extend forward with those arms. Excellent. Just checking in with that lower back, making sure that it's flat. We want our abs to be engaged here, especially below our belly button, down to our pubic bone, so that we've got a really tight lower core right now. Excellent. Now that you've got that, each time that you extend forward with the hands, you're going to also curl up into a crunch. So breathing out, crunching forward with your chest. So upwards with your chest and neck. Yep, leaving the legs where they are. Good, let's try and keep longer arms here, so a bit narrower. Long fingertips, beautiful. Excellent, remember to breathe, so we're breathing in, and then we're breathing out as we come forward. Beautiful, making sure to lift through the abs, trying to relax the neck if you can as well. So you really feel that the ribs come down and forward forward into the body to meet the hip bones. We'll do a few more here. 2 more reps. And then laying down flat on the last one, keeping your hands just above your shoulders. So we won't relax those arms. We're still keeping a tabletop position of the legs, but we're going to start extending one foot over the foot bar. So leading the hands, one leg, either one, we're going to alternate and then swapping to the other side. So pulling it in and then swapping to the other side. Excellent. Now let's just check in with those lower abs again, making sure that they're really tight and our back is glued down to that courage. Yeah, so one leg at a time, extends forward. Even better if you can point the toes. Amazing. Alright, now we're going to start adding a crunch. So when you extend one leg forward, you crunch up. So same movement, but you're going to sweep those hands forward and you're going to crunch up. Yes, beautiful. Alternating legs. Yes, let's go. This is our last one of this ab series. Lovely. Look at those arms, they're shaking. Elbows stay straight, arms stay nice and long. Beautiful pointed toes. And extended fingertips. So pointing those toes, beautiful. And extending those fingertips nice and long, beautiful straight arms. Staying here for another 10.
Seconds?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Another 8, beautiful, looking really good. Staying with it, nice long arms, please. Another 5.
You need to go back to school. Learn how to count.
4. 3. Another 2. And last one. Excellent. Great work there, guys. So hang up those short straps just on those pegs behind your shoulder straps. And then you're going to come over to the left side of your courage. So on the left side of your reformer, we're going to set up with our long box. Just pull forward. See where this little knob is here on the side? You're going to drag your long box up. Just nestle in next to that knob of the ends near the foot bar. Beautiful. So once you've got that there, you're going to be standing on the box with your left leg on the box and your right leg on the shoulder block. You're also going to need your circle here as well. So for the moment, you're just holding your circle directly in front of your chest. And we're going to just start with our right leg on the shoulder block. Yep, our left leg towards the front of the long box. So just hop forward a little bit. Yep. And then we're just going to hold that circle, sliding that courage out and starting to lunge down. Then slide back in. So just finding that depth of a nice lunge where this knee bends at least to 90 degrees and then we stand up from there. The right leg can be straight at the knee to get a little bit more length with the courage. So straight with the knee. Beautiful. Bending down, nice, and then coming back up. For more of a challenge, keep your knee off that courage. Really good. Excellent. Making sure you're sitting nice and low. Bending at that front knee. Beautiful. Oh. Sam, this is your best exercise so far.
What do you mean?
The back knee could be straighter on this one.
What's the...
The front knee looks great, just this one. Let's try and keep it a bit straighter as we go back. Looking up, straight head. Beautiful. Try not to fold forward too much, keeping that circle nice and close. Looking straight ahead, chest is upright, head's looking forward. Beautiful. Now that we've all got that motion, when that leg travels back, your ring is going to press forward.
Right.
So same thing, we're just pressing that ring forward now. Excellent. Making sure when we press, not to shrug the shoulders too much. You want to keep a nice full chest. We want that circle moving slightly up towards our face.